much for being here with us. If I haven't met you, my name is Libby, and this is Ryan, and we're Bay Area Sound Bath. We're so excited to play for you guys tonight. If this is your first sound journey, or perhaps your first sound journey with us, we just want to give you a little bit of understanding of how sound therapy works and how you can best receive it. So, what you may notice during a sound bath is that there is so much less to do in your healing journey tonight, which is lovely because so much of our healing journeys tend to require a lot of effort, and this is not one of them. So we love to start our journey by just acknowledging that this is more about dropping in and receiving, and there is no right or wrong way to be in a sound bath. We just have some tips and tricks that we want to invite you into. So if that feels good, then great. If not, all good. So each one of these bowls that we're playing is a quartz crystal bowl. It is tuned to a specific frequency. It's also tuned to a specific music note. That means that when we are playing them, we are playing in a harmonious way, but we're also choosing to play intuitively, meaning that we're tuning into our own bodies, and we're playing based off of this sensation and feeling that we're getting, this pull for what the group really needs. So we don't have a set list. We're not playing in a certain order and doing the same thing every time. We are very much a part of the experience, and that makes it really fun because it means that every sound bath is very different. And we know this to be true because sometimes we get the opportunity to play for multiple groups in one day, and they can be vastly different. So we love that everyone kind of brings their own need and their own little ingredients to the energy, and that's what's so lovely about coming together as a group like this. It creates an amplified potency for opportunity, let's say. And so as we're playing more than one bowl at a time, and what that does is it creates an invitation for the brain to drop into a brainwave state called theta. It happens in about 15 minutes. It's not something you have to try to do. It's something that just naturally happens. And we know that in a theta brainwave state, that's where our body does its most profound healing work. Normally we get there in a REM sleep, but for those of us who maybe aren't sleeping very well, or maybe we have some nervous system issues going on, or perhaps we're having some insomnia, that REM sleep can be really limited, which means our brain and our body is not benefiting from that theta brainwave. So not only are we getting the benefits of that, but we are also giving the body a really conscious experience of that, which is unusual because, as we know, when we're asleep, we're really unconscious and we have no idea what we did because we were in La La Land. So this is a totally different journey where you're almost lucid dreaming. There's a part of you that's really deeply relaxed in that theta, but you're also somewhat aware of what's going on. And we love to look at this as an opportunity for creativity. It's something that you can choose to say, hey body, I want to help guide my experience tonight. And what that means is that you can get into curiosity and some self-discovery. And we really encourage you to think about this in a way of including the mind. So when we start to get into a meditation or a relaxed state, often we're fighting against that monkey mind. And instead of just expecting our body to stop all those thoughts and be really silent, it can be really helpful to just give the mind a job or something to do. So one of our favorite ways to start a sound bath is just going, okay buddy, how does this feel in my toes? How does this feel in my ankles? How does this feel in my knees? How does this feel in my low back? What's going on in my throat? How does this feel in my hands? And as we start to do that, we allow the body to drop into that theta experience a little bit faster, which just means that if that is something that you find yourself doing, you may get a little bit more relaxed quicker. It's like taking the elevator instead of the stairs. So we love to remind people that when you are creating these changes in the body with frequency, it's important because when we're brought into this world, we have a certain frequency range that our body should be ideally vibrating at. So everything can be measured. And that's true for every organ, every cell in our body. As we go through trauma or we have injuries and things like that, or even just really heavy emotions that we're hanging on to, the body will fall out of alignment with those natural frequencies that we should really be in an optimal state. So what we're doing is we're introducing these frequencies back into our body, and so that way the body has an opportunity to recalibrate to these frequencies that are more in alignment with our true nature, and they're also more in alignment with creating a healthy communication between our brain and the rest of our body. So that's why frequency is so exciting and important, because when we are going about our day, we're exposed to a lot of, we could say, more negative frequencies like Wi-Fi and microwaves and things that we know do not really align with our health. And here we are in this experience having a bath of frequencies that just simply reminds the body how to be in an organic and holistic healing state. So that is what we're doing, and that's why we are all coming together to have this fun little self-exploration journey, but also recalibrating our brain. So yay, go us. So if you find yourself wanting to wiggle around, change your posture, please feel free to do so. Don't feel like you have to pick one spot and kind of stick with it. It's also encouraged that if you get that tickle in the back of your throat and you really need to cough, please just let it out. It is very common in sound therapy to have the body want to release something from that space. It's the most common side effect. So do not fight it, it will come out anyways. The other thing that can happen sometimes is a very deep state that we call snoring. If that happens and you are close to your neighbor and you hear them creating that nice snoring sound therapy, just give them a nice little gentle tap and just bring them back to their awareness so we can all enjoy our experience tonight. So collective agreement for very soft, gentle touching. And